One of the features of every edition of the Price Predictor Index, which we publish quarterly, and we've just published the new winter edition, is the feature on what we call the consistency markets. Now, the Price Predictor Index primarily seeks to identify rising markets, those where there's a pattern of rising sales activity likely to lead to strong price growth. But what we also notice, and we seek to highlight, is that there are another category of markets which is well worth noting for property investors, and these are the consistency markets. They're the ones that seem to deliver very similar levels of sales activity quarter after quarter, year after year, regardless of what's happening in the broader market. And these markets also produce very, very steady price growth, and in some cases, very strong price growth. So in each edition of the Price Predictor Index, we have a national top 50 most consistent markets, suburbs and towns that have this pattern of consistent sales activity, similar levels of sales month after month, quarter after quarter for a number of years. And we always pick one market in each of our quarterly editions, which we call the nation's most consistent market. And just to give you an idea of how strong these markets can be and how they can deliver really, really good price growth, I just want to feature for a moment the winner of the most consistent market in the nation award for the winter edition, which we've just published. And this is Langwarrin in the Frankston local government area in the far southeast of Melbourne. Now, this market in 15 out of the last 16 quarters, so over a pattern of 4 years, it has sold between 121 and 138 homes per quarter. This is a remarkable level of consistency spread over 4 years. And as a result of that strong, consistent demand for sales, for houses in that location, we've seen a 62% increase in the median house price in Langwarrin over the past 5 years. So Melbourne generally has risen, but Langwarrin is particularly strong with its price growth as a result of this really, really consistent demand for housing in that suburb. There are many, many similar examples. In the report, we have a small table with examples such as Lalor Park in the Sydney market in New South Wales, very, very consistently sells sort of 35, 40-ish type sales per quarter. And in the last 12 months, its median price is up almost 10%. But over the long term, because of its consistent sales performance, it's averaged 9% per year over 10 years, which is a very good 10-year average. Mount Evelyn in Victoria, also a very consistent market. It's averaged 8% per year over 10 years. In Camp Hill in Brisbane, as in the last 12 months that we looked at, its sales activity figures was up 10% in 12 months, but its long-term average was 7 to 8% per year over 10 years. So what we see again and again is this pattern. The consistent markets produce good, solid, long-term growth because of that consistency of demand. So look out for it. In the new winter edition of the Price Predictor Index, the section towards the front of the report on the top 50 most consistent markets and the information that shows that these are certainly locations worth considering. They're safe places to buy, as well as places that show good growth. That's it for now. Terry Ryder from Hot Spotting signing off. We'll talk to you again soon.